Most businesses don't fail because they stop growing. They fail because they grow faster than their cash flow system can support. Revenue increases, opportunities expand, activity accelerates, but liquidity tightens. Not because the business is underperforming, but because growth is moving faster than cash conversion. Profitability does not guarantee stability. Growth does not guarantee control. In many cases, growth is what exposes the weakness in the system. This matters most for founders and operators managing expansion. Agencies, service businesses, growth stage companies, because growth increases complexity, more clients, more invoices, more delivery, more commitments, more operational layers, and every layer added changes how cash moves through the business. Cash flow discipline is not about increasing revenue. It is about controlling when revenue becomes usable cash. By the end of this video, you'll understand why fast growth destabilizes cash flow and how to structure your business for financial control. The most common assumption is simple. We just need more sales. It feels logical. More sales should increase revenue. More revenue should strengthen the business. But that assumption ignores timing. Revenue is recorded when a deal is closed. Cash is received when payment is collected. Those are two separate realities. Between them is where pressure builds. As growth increases, more deals are signed, more revenue is recorded, but cash does not arrive at the same speed. Now, layer in operational reality. Different clients pay at different times. Some delay, some stretch terms, some require follow-up. So revenue expands. But cash becomes inconsistent. That inconsistency is where instability begins. This is why many founders feel a disconnect. The business looks strong on paper, but feels constrained in execution. Now consider how this pressure escalates. The business grows, hiring increases, marketing expands, software subscriptions multiply, operational overhead rises, payroll scales. Each decision is justified by growth. Each cost is committed immediately. But cash inflow is delayed. That creates a structural gap. Then early signals begin to appear. Receivables increase. Cash balances fluctuate. Vendor payments are delayed. Approvals become slower. Leaders monitor accounts more frequently. Planning becomes more cautious. Revenue has not declined, but liquidity feels unstable because timing has shifted. And when timing shifts, control weakens. The business moves from proactive execution to reactive management. There are three structural risks behind this pattern. First, revenue is not liquidity. Revenue reflects performance. Liquidity reflects availability. As growth increases, revenue expands across multiple timelines. But cash arrives unevenly. This creates a mismatch between reported success and actual financial capacity. That mismatch introduces pressure in every decision. Second, fixed cost sensitivity. Growth increases fixed costs. Payroll expands. Infrastructure grows. Subscriptions accumulate. These costs require consistent outflow, but inflow becomes variable. That imbalance makes the system sensitive. Small delays in cash create disproportionate impact. Flexibility decreases. The business becomes more exposed to timing disruptions. Third, decision timing exposure. Growth decisions are made using projected revenue, but commitments are funded by actual cash. When decisions are made before cash is received, the business becomes dependent on timing alignment. If timing shifts, the system feels immediate pressure. This creates Hidden fragility within growth. Consider a simple scenario. A business generates $250,000 in monthly revenue. Payment terms average 45 days. Monthly fixed costs are $160,000. On paper, the business is profitable. Now growth accelerates. 2 hires are added. Marketing spend increases. Operational capacity expands. Costs rise to $200,000. Revenue continues to grow, but cash is still collected on a delay. Then a disruption occurs. Several clients delay payment by 15 to 20 days. Revenue is still recorded, but cash is delayed. Expenses remain fixed. Cash tightens. Nothing has failed in performance, but timing has created a liquidity squeeze. This is how growth creates instability without any visible decline in revenue. And this is where most businesses get caught, not by lack of demand, but by lack of timing control. To control this, founders need a structured approach. Principle 1. Separate revenue from cash metrics. Track revenue and cash independently. Understand what has been earned and what has actually been collected. Without this distinction, decision-making becomes reactive. Principle 2. Sequence commitments after cash conversion. Make expansion decisions based on confirmed cash, not projected revenue. This reduces exposure and preserves flexibility during growth. Principle 3. Stress test fixed cost expansion. Before increasing costs, model timing delays. Ask what happens if cash inflow slows. If the system becomes unstable, expansion is premature. Growth should increase resilience, not reduce it. There is another layer founders often miss. Cash flow issues appear as behavior before they appear in reports. Leaders hesitate before approving expenses. Teams delay decisions. Cash balances are monitored more frequently. Confidence in planning decreases. Execution slows down. These are signals of timing misalignment, not lack of growth, but lack of cash control. The business is producing revenue, but not converting it predictably into cash. If this continues, fragility increases over time. The business becomes dependent on credit. Decisions become reactive. Opportunities are missed because resources are already committed. Optionality disappears. And without optionality, control is lost. Eventually, the constraint is no longer growth. It is liquidity. Revenue fuels growth. Liquidity protects survival. Growth creates opportunity. Cash flow creates stability. If your business is growing faster than its ability to convert revenue into cash, instability is not a future risk. It is already embedded in the system. A more useful question is not how to grow faster. It is how to ensure growth translates into cash consistently. If you value structured breakdowns like this, focused on financial control and operational stability, subscribe for more strategic insights.